Hey up, welcome to this week's video. I'm still in North Wales. I'm at the village of Betws-Y-Coed. We've had a bit of a mixed bag of weather forecast today. This morning, thick cloud, no chance of a sunrise. We've got exactly the same conditions forecast for sunset. Just going to be absolutely no good for taking any decent landscape photography pictures. And then what we've got in between, clear blue skies, red hot, 25 degrees plus. Again, absolutely rubbish for landscape photography. So we decided to stay local, stayed close to the village. I've been here loads of times over the years, family holidays as a child, and then in my 20s and 30s as a mountain biker. One thing I've never done is the woodland walk along the side of the river. It goes all the way up to I think it's an old, I think it's called the Miners Bridge. It's an old bridge that used to use, I think it's the lead miners rather than slate miners used to use it. So we're going to wander along there, see what we can make of it. So my first composition is this boardwalk that I'm stood on. As soon as I saw it, I absolutely loved it. It reminds me of my old mountain bike days. Used to get the boardwalk there, sort of a throwback to Whistler in Canada. I like the shape and the form. There's a dap of light coming across it. So yeah, very quickly, got the tripod out, stuck the Z7 on it. Yeah, and I'm going to go for a vertical orientation. It's just a really nice shape and form. So we'll see what we can get from that. I just found this little composition. I just like this gnarly old tree and that curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get that in the top of the frame and just maybe just sort of make a nice little vignette with the river underneath. I just think it might look quite nice. Probably just a bit of a filler shot, but yeah, I'll have a look, see what I can make of it. Well, I didn't expect this to turn into a bit of a wildlife trip. I'm having a whisper because I don't know if you can see. Just there, look, there's a heron perched on a rock. It's just stood there, dead still, waiting to dive in and catch a fish. And just further up the river, there's a family just jumping in, swimming in the river. The heron's just not phased at all. I'm amazed. So we've cracked open camera bags, thrown on my long lens. I've got the 300mm on, and yeah. And then of course, every cameraman, every person with a mobile phone, they've all turned up and they're all getting their shots. I don't blame them. What an idyllic scene, absolutely fantastic. still on this little riverside walk. We've come across this little bridge. You've got this little stream flowing down into the river. You've got this little tunnel, goes under the road, little cascades, loads of green mossy rocks. They're the sort of things I really like, and yeah, I think we can really make something of this scene. This really has been a lovely, pleasant walk. I'm really surprised, really. Right on the doorstep of where we're staying, so. And a place I've been so many times, and yet it just shows things are just undiscovered, or certainly undiscovered to me. Yeah, you should always have a look around, scout your location, see what you can find. Let's see what I can make of this. So I've framed up my composition and I'm pretty happy with it. So I've got this little stream, absolutely love it. These lovely mossy rocks, they absolutely do it for me. And you've just got this little bit of mystery in this tunnel up at the top. So I'll just show you inside the camera what it's seeing, and you'll see what I mean. So you've got this nice S-bend here. You've got the mystery of this tunnel. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my polarizer on my lens. You just sort of look at the water here. Got all this glare, and as I turn it, you just kill all that glare, and that just helps, I think. It makes it look a lot better. Nearly always do that with any kind of waterfall or stream. The other thing, it's nice having this sort of, you're leading you, it tells a story. The S-bends in the water, they lead you up to this tunnel. But what I don't like is all this bright white sky up here. That's the road up there, and the trees just cut away and just get bright white sky. Not keen on that, so I'm just going to crop him, cut that out. And then the story then is that you flow through the image all the way up to the tunnel, and it's the S-bend then is tighter in the frame as well, so I think that'll just work better as a composition. So I'm going to take a few shots. I'm probably going to be at about half a second, I think, shutter speed, just for that flowing water. I might go a little bit faster, especially for the stuff that's in the foreground. That seems to be flowing a lot quicker. And yeah, as always, if it's any good, it's coming up now. So I'm now at Pontypair, which is probably the biggest feature of this waterfall walk, but it's the following day. Now yesterday, with all that bright sunshine and all that nice warmth, it was 25 degrees plus, this place was just crawling with holiday makers. Kids were jumping in the river just a little bit upstream, loads of picnickers, and bright sunshine. There were no way I was going to get a shot here. But it's like I say, it's the main feature. It's definitely the focal point. So I had to come down and get a shot. Now over my shoulder, you'll see the massive waterfalls that there are here. And it's great, but I always struggle to get a nice composition here. You can see the back of the shops and the parked cars and vans. It just doesn't do anything for me. I've always struggled. So my preferred shot is actually under the bridge. Yeah, okay, you don't get those falls, but if I zoom in on those falls to get rid of that background clutter, you actually lose a sense of scale and drama, and it just looks like a smaller waterfall. So shooting under the bridge, you get these lovely reflections, you get all these bubbles, all these swirls, and if you do a long exposure, you get these fantastic patterns. I might end up doing maybe a 25 or 30-second exposure. We'll see. It's all just a bit of an experimentation game. If I have to use ND filters, that's what I'll do. Although it's a little bit more overcast today. I'm under the trees, so it's quite dark anyway. I'll see what I can get, and as usual, as I always do for you, I'll put the images up now.
I think that's quite interesting location. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, click up here, click like, subscribe, click on that bell, and until next time, I'll be seeing you next.